Hey, it's the Nerdlings podcast number 496, and for the reason of purpose, for our purpose, which is for critique, review, and education, and under the Free Use Act of the United States from 1976, we can play these songs and have this fun podcast. I'm WC Chronicles, your voice is
I am today known as I don't know who I am day.
You don't know who you are today, okay.
No.
I can deal with that.
I go by Mike, but I don't know who I am because of all the different people you deal with in life. One guy tells me, oh, the soles to the feet's no good with the rubber. It's on women rubber. What are you supposed to do? Bottle, plastic bottles, all this stuff. What do I know? My mind's polluted. Let's do a nice podcast, sir.
Well, it's 114 today. It's going to be here in Vegas. So, it's kind of like get done what you can before the sun gets, because this is like 103 by noon. It's just, forget it. I ain't going to deal with it. So I'm indoors.
Florida, I'm in Fort Lauderdale at the Hard Rock again. And then you walk outside for 5-10 minutes, you sweat.
Oh, yeah. And it's going to be this way for like 6 more weeks, technically.
Well, I'm okay with that. I like to lose weight because I'm a little bit old and fat. Definitely fat. Not so old. All right, ready to roll there, sir.
All right, let me hit the class in session so we can get class started. Here we are.
Aloha. My name is Mr. Han. I have but one question for you. Can you attend my class? It is for your own good, and if you can't make it, I can make you.
All right, class is in session. I'm Professor Teacher WC Chronicles, and quiet down there in the back. And anyway, pop quiz time before we get into the B side of.
Oh, here we go. Pop quiz. We know you're a teacher. Go ahead.
Pop quiz time. Yep, or say pop quiz time. All right. Got 2 songs here from the early '80s. I'm going to tell you the exact dates. I'm not going to tell you the titles, but literally, almost to the T. The drum pattern intros are exactly the same. All right? You're going to try to guess what the songs are. All right?
All right. I like this.
And now you're only going to get about 5 6 seconds of each song before the rest of the instrumentation vocals come in. So we're going to call this first one Song A. It was released in January 1991. Okay? So
all right.
Here's your sample. Here you go. All right, don't guess yet, okay? All right?
Okay.
That is song 1, or song A, whatever you want to call it. Here is the second one. Here's your sample, 5 seconds, okay? Do you want to make a guess on the first one?
Sure, Oh Mickey by the girl that went to high school we went by in Vegas.
Yes, all right, that's number 1. Let's play a little bit of that. All right, you got that one right. Do you have a guess at the second one? Do you want to hear it again?
Dee Snider, Quiet Riot, We're Not Going to Take It Anymore.
Okay, Twisted Sister, but yes, you're right. Let's play that. Two Gen X themes right there. That's what I call stadium intro rock right there, or stadium pump rock.
Let me ask you a question. What generation are we technically in our 50s, mid 50s and 60s? We're not millennial. We're not the boomers. Who are we? I'm upper end Gen X because I'm 59, and I would say you're
probably up in that 35 percentile. of leading into, because I was born 66, add a little bit, because Gen X is generally defined as born between 65, 66 to 1980,
Oh, so
basically.
I was Gen X too. Okay, good. I'm glad to know because me and my friend were talking about that.
Yeah, it just got, you got to put some weird math in there that always
Oh
takes
boy.
place. But I've always noticed how those two songs intros are very similar, And I'm
I
gonna
can't believe that though. Gen X. That's what I'm trying to figure out because there's the millennials, the boomers. We're Gen X. Thank you for that. I needed that.
that is it. And I mean, those are what you just need to hear those intros, and they use the term, how do you call a generation out, or to come, whatever. Those are two of them right there. Definitely. And I was just looking at the number of remixes and different versions of Mickey. We did a long time ago when I found some very unreleased, I don't know if they were fan made or just white label remixes of Mickey, but there's like 27 remixes, I think, of Mickey.
Did you hear talking about that? Did you hear Madonna put out a post? She goes, "The world fears her power, and they fear her, her broad range, but people fear her. The world fears me." Come on, really, really?
Madonna is Madonna. If you can, it's like, there was this old Elvis Presley album it was a titled album that's something like 50,000 50,000 Elvis Presley fans can't be wrong. And I've always liked that because if you can hit that kind of cult status and pay your bills, be happy. Don't try to keep, don't rock the boat. Type
Well,
thing.
listen, Madonna has MDNA, some of the greatest hits, the greatest skincare line. She's got billions of dollars. She's got so much money, she's offering her boyfriend to get married, 15-year contract. You get married, you get this, this, this. She wants a life partner. I don't blame her at the age of 67. We're all getting older, but come on, the world fears my power. That's like me saying to you, oh, Mr. Clean, you're a Comet Clean, oh, Mr. Clean, come on, man. You made it in life, be happy, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, it's
That's
like,
all like you.
I think it's cool Madonna put out a new album. I've not listened to it intensely, but I've put it on in the background while I've been doing some paper desk, shop work. And it's okay. It's nice to have another one to put on the shelf. Why not?
Well, you know what? I'm also a little bit of a whore too. I wouldn't mind doing some acts, not the most nicest with her if she chose me for an hour. I'd be lucky. I'd be like, wow, I did this and that, but come on, man. You know what I mean? It's just like, where are we going next with this stuff? That's why I love our podcast because even though I'm an old fat man nerd, at least we're getting things out there to people who are grounded. That's what I'm saying.
That's true. That's true. We're grounded. And I want to say one thing about Mickey, and we're not going to take it. I'm very curious about what if I take the instrumental of each song and then reverse the vocals onto each instrumental? Take the Mickey vocals, put it on the "We're Not Going to Take It" music. I'm curious if it matches up in any way, or if it's just a train wreck.
But you know what, though? You've pulled off stuff so good off the internet from the Belgium, Russian, Czechoslovakia over the years, Mabel's Waltz. You've come up with so many things that people do. It's almost worth doing it to see how it goes if you know how to splice or whatever you do that.
I'm curious. I'm not going to go crazy on it and trying to match up, oh, here's the chorus, got to line this up. There's a 3-second delay here. Oh, 0.1 second delay. No. I just want to put one for one on the other and see what happens. Curiosity.
Yeah, that's a cool thing. I would like to hear that myself.
Well, I'll do that in the next podcast, or try to get to the next podcast. But let's go ahead and get to what is the B side of Born in the USA, a song called "Shut Out the Light." All right. Now,
Cool.
the song is a little bit darker than Born in the USA. The song is a reflection of about returning Vietnam vets dealing with trauma, PTSD. And the song was released he started writing the song in early 1983. So it's a very dark, somber song. So we don't have a lot of different cover versions of it. So this will be the
Oh,
only
wow.
podcast talking about it. But let's go ahead and jump into playing it, and then we'll get to the oddity of it. All right, so here we are.
Awesome.
Here is "Shut Out the Light," B-side of Born in the USA.
The runway rushed up at him as he felt the wheels touch down. He stood out on the blacktop and took a taxi into town. He got out down on Main Street and went into a local bar. He bought a drink and found a seat in a corner in the dark. Well, she called up her mama to make sure the kids were out of the house. She checked herself out in the dining room mirror and undid an extra button on her blouse. He felt her lying next to him when the clock said 4 a.m. He was staring at the ceiling, he couldn't move his hands. Oh, mama, 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 come quick. I got the shakes and I'm gonna be sick. Throw your arms around me in the cold dark night. Hey now, mama, don't shut out the light. Don't you 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 shut out the light. Well, on his porch he'd stretched a banner that said, Johnny, welcome home. Bobby pulled his Ford out of the garage and they polished up the chrome. His mama said, Johnny, oh Johnny, I'm so glad to have you back with me. His pa said he was sure he'd give me his job back down at the factory. Now, mama, come quick. I got the shakes and I'm gonna be sick. Throw your arms around me in the cold dark night. Hey now, mama, don't shut out the light. Won't you shut out the light? 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 Well, deep in the dark forest filled with rain. Beyond a strip of Maryland pines, there's a river without a name. In the cold black water, Johnson man here stands. He stares across to the lights of the city and dreams of where he's been. Oh, mama, 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 come quick. I got the shakes and I'm gonna be sick. Throw your arms around me in the cold dark night. Hey now, mama, don't shut out the light. Don't you 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 shut out the light.
There you have, at 3:45, the single B-side version of Shut Out the Light. What are your thoughts, Mr. Mike?
Honestly, that's one of the times I want to go back to during the 80s like that, when it was simpler, more, it seemed to be more warm before you grow up and get shielded against the world on how cutful it is. You know what I'm saying? You know, you don't want to shut the lights out. You want to be with your family as the lights go out, with the, you know, people dying in the war and post-traumatic stress disorder. That's just tough, you know. So it's a good song for that. But you want to go back to that time, though.
Definitely. I mean, he did perform the song live several times through 84 and 85. And I got to say, shut out the light. That's a good terminology. You got to shut off the news. You got to shut off everything around you now and just focus on what makes you happy on your journey, not your destination, because we're only on this rock for a little while. It's a journey.
Wow, that's poetic. That was beautiful.
How? Now, there is a second version that was released in 1998 on the Tracks box set, Disc 2, Track 17, where he added 2 extra verses that he originally removed for the B-side single release, okay? And these 2 verses make it even more darker, explicit, about a returning fictional veteran named John Lanier. Not a real person, but I don't know how you came to that name. I looked up, and John Lanier is not a real person. But this version comes in right at about 4:20. So let's put this on. All right, here we go.
The runway rushed up at him as he felt the wheels touch down. He stood out on the blacktop and took a taxi into town. He got out down on Main Street and went into a local bar. He bought a drink and found a seat in the corner in the dark. Well, she called up her mom to make sure the kids were out of the house. She checked herself out the dining room mirror and undid an extra button on her blouse. He felt her lying next to him when the clock said 4 a.m. He was staring at the ceiling, he couldn't move his hands. Oh, mama, 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 come quick. I got the shakes and I'm gonna be sick. Throw your arms around me in the cold dark night. Hey now, mama, don't shut out the light. Don't you 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 shut out the light. Well, on his porch he stretched a banner that said, John, welcome home. Bobby pulled his Ford out of the garage and they polished up the chrome. His mama said, Johnny, oh Johnny, I'm so glad to have you back with me. His boss said he was sure he'd give him his job back down at the factory. Now every evening, well, just after supper time, he'd go into the back bedroom and he'd lock the door behind. He'd lie awake till the morning light stretched out across the chair. Just him and a few bad habits he'd brought back from over there. Oh, mama, 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 come quick. I got the shakes and I'm gonna be sick. Throw your arms around me in the cold hard night. Hey now, mama, shut out the light. Won't you shut out the light? 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 Well, deep in the dark forest filled with rain. Beyond the strip of Maryland pines, there's a river without a name. In the cold black water, now John is Lanier stands. He stares across to the lights of the city and dreams of where he's been. And a gray moon disappears beyond that town hillside. Stars rise, grow brighter, then gone, gone, gone in a black and endless sky. Like the others before him, he's gone and done his best. Now he watches the water of that nameless river rise above his chest. Oh, mama, 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 come quick. I got the shakes and I'm gonna be sick. Throw your arms around me in the cold dark night. Hey now, mom, shut out the light. Don't you 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 shut out the light.
And there you have the 2 extra added verses to Shut Out the Light. What are your thoughts on that? Because Springsteen is a good storyteller when it comes to music like that.
And that's where I'm going to leave it. He's a good storyteller when it comes to music. That's good stuff.
That's true. That's true. All right, so that's all there is for Shut Out the Light. That's why we had the pop quiz today. So, anything else you want to say before we dismiss class here?
I wish that we were able to go back in time, like, back in time from Back to the Future and just realize the difference of being young and being around that warm comfort sun of family and stuff, and then versus the coldness of the world as we get older, shielded. Wow,
Yeah,
that's it.
yeah, don't have all those monkeys on your back and don't place those monkeys on your back. All right, class is dismissed for this one.
Class dismissed!
Okay, so we're still recording. Let me push the buttons here because I want to set up for the next one, for the Michael Jackson one. Give me a second, okay?
Sounds good.
Where is it? We're going to play class in session again. Where is it? All right, this one. All right. Hey, it's the Nerdlings podcast, number 497, for the purpose of critique, review, and education and the Fair Use Act of 1976. That's my ironclad shield. We are building it's the Nerdlings podcast. I'm WBC Chronicles, and we're building a Michael Jackson and Jackson-related box set of rarities, is what we're doing. And on the phone, as always, is...
Mike today, but you're funny. You talk about the shield. It's like the Death Star. You know how they put up that shield in Star Wars? Now you're building your own Michael Jackson Uniquities box set. Awesome stuff.
That is it. That is it. I'm mostly calling from memories here, and so. And that's the way I've stated, because eventually we're going to look at some of the other Jackson songs that I think are really cool as well, because they bring back memories. Because if you're in that Gen X high school time between 80 and 87, whatever, if it was Michael Jackson's time, it was his time, no matter what it was going on. But at that time, okay, so remember Friday night videos? Always, I didn't grow up with MTV, no cable, parents wouldn't buy it, but Friday night videos was kind of our thing. Do you remember those?
Well, yes, I do, because you didn't have cable. We didn't have it. I had to go downstairs to my grandparents' apartment to watch it, because not that we couldn't get it, it's just it wasn't my parents' option for us. But I remember that they used to have like oh my gosh, I remember when they had Beat It on. I forget who they were against. You know what I'm saying? Like they played the two popular ones of the week, and then I think you could call in and vote for 50 cents, if I'm not mistaken.
Yes, and they would have a free t-shirt, random t-shirt give. There's actually some full episodes with original commercials on YouTube, and they have where you call in 1-900 or another 900 to vote for, Steve Winwood or ZZ Top versus each other.
When you go back to that era, during the 80s, there was so many different bands, from like Twisted Sister, like we did earlier, to Michael Jackson, like you said, to, oh my God, ZZ Top, to Aerosmith, to AC/DC, to quiet rock, to rap. I mean, it was the greatest time in an old man like my eyes to think, or opinion, which only makes me count for myself or whatever people think, good quality years to have lived. Don't you agree, sir?
It was. Yeah, it was, and we still push it to this day because we are the nerd. I mean, I said I've been saying Gen X these past few podcasts, but just for the nerds in general, this is what we have. This is what we remember. This is good. I was watching an interview with Huey Lewis. He was talking about how his hearing has not improved. He really does fly fishing now. That's his thing. But he was
cool.
They asked him, I go, do you think We Are the World could be done today? And he basically said, no, it could not be done, because the fact that, I have to agree with him in a not a verbatim word here, but so much social media, people think that they're a celebrity or, oh, my followers, or you're an influencer. No, you're not. You couldn't influence yeast to rise. So stop it.
Wow. That put it perfect.
So, hey, excuse me, sorry about that. So, I was enthralled with the Michael Jackson fan, and at that time, I remember watching Friday night videos, and they played an old video which would have been pushing about 5 years, maybe 6 years on the beginning of it. It was the music video for the Jacksons' song called "Can You Feel It?" Okay,
Oh, wow.
do you know the song I'm speaking of?
Yes, I do. That's a long time since I heard that.
Yeah, third single from the album Triumph. That was before they did Victory. The song was written by Michael and Jackie Jackson, lead vocals by Michael and Randy, with a lot of splattering of music charts around the world. It went. But they made this really cool music video, and I remember them showing it on Friday Night Videos. And after it got past this spoken voice monologue that we'll play here, because we're going to play the video. I'll put the video in the links down below because I found a copy of it, 4K on YouTube, high definition. And so let's just play this song, okay? This is the full. I'm basically playing it to the full 9:30 of it, all right? Because I think it just needs to be that way. So here we go, all right? And we'll give some more statistical trivia detail about it. Here we are, all right?
Cool.
In the beginning, the land was pure. Even in the early morning light, you could see the beauty in the forms of nature. So men and women of every color and shape would be here too. And they would find it all too easy sometimes not to see the colors and to ignore the beauty in each other. But they would never lose sight of the dream of a better world that they could unite and build together in triumph.
All right, there you go. You have the full audio track of the 9 minutes of the video, and you can hear all those space sounds in it. Your first reaction thoughts?
Can you feel it? Can you feel it? It just jumps you, man. Just going back, the energy just is like, wow.
Yeah, I have to say, once you get past that narrative, okay, so the fact is, the monologue is from a guy named Ken Nordine. He was born in 1920, passed away in 2019, almost 100 years of age there. He was a spoken word jazz artist of the 30s, 40s, and 50s. He was. Okay?
Wow.
That music then that goes into it, that's what I call stadium entry music. Okay, same as Mickey and, we're not going to take it, but it's kind of like the sports team is in the tunnel, have not taken the field, you're psyching yourself up, and then when the vocal starts, that's when you, bam, race out onto the playing field.
You know what's funny? We have two things in common with this podcast through your teaching and how we met in acting school.
Mm-hmm.
Marlon Greenwood, who used to play ex-Dolphin, I asked him how it was to run out as a professional football player through the tunnel, and he goes, it's the greatest feeling you're ever going to have. Even if they boo you, it's still you're on the playing field. And we have a Michael Jackson person that we have in connection. Her name was Nia, and she dated or was some type of situation with Michael Jackson's father, because I told you, Joe Jackson, he showed up at the school, and I'd seen them at the buffet at the Palms. and I had an interaction. It's just crazy, and you have stories on the flip side, so it's crazy how close we really are, but we're far apart, if you know what I mean.
Yes, yeah, and so I got to give some more facts here about the video. Okay, so that last 2 minutes of where it's basically this low instrumental playing twice, it's because those are the credits that are rolling for all the people involved for making this little miniature movie. Because this was before MTV; these were promo videos for some purpose or something, you know. But the actual video is entitled "The Triumph." It features special effects credited by Robert Abel and Associates. He/they are the company responsible for the movies of the special effects for Tron and Star Trek The Motion Picture, 1979. Because if you remember, Star Wars came out and then boom, everything had to have a space theme to it for some reason.
You are so right.
That's the way it was marketed. Everything you could not turn around and breathe air without breathing the word Star Wars into your lungs. So I kind of broke it down here. I want to play that narration beginning for the brief introduction of the spoken word part so you can hear what he is saying, and then we'll talk a little bit more about the lyrics of the song. All right, so very short. Here we go. Just the monologue.
In the beginning, the land was pure. Even in the early morning light, you could see the beauty in the forms of nature. So men and women of every color and shape would be here too. And they would find it all too easy sometimes not to see the colors and to ignore the beauty in each other. But they would never lose sight of the dream of a better world that they could unite and build together in triumph.
That right there, without the music, is a good stand solid ground of concrete that we should be having today.
The Planet of the Apes with Charleston Heston reminds me in the beginning when they landed and they were walking through and they couldn't believe a planet of apes. And then at the end, when he sees the Statue of Liberty and he goes down, when he had Nova on the back and he goes, "We finally did it. We finally did it. We've blown ourselves up."
That's a good. I like that because that could have been. I remind that is a good parallel right there with the Charlton Heston in Planet of the Apes. I like that. So now I want to play just because as you hear the lyric, it's hard to hear the lyrics from the video because all that space sound and effects that are going on. And again, I'm posting the link of this HD video in the description down below here for the podcast. When you listen to the instrumental, it takes away the voice and you can really hear those space sounds, really putting it into its own element. So let's play that. And I am omitting the last 2 minutes of it, so it's about 7 minutes of the whole song without the vocals. Here we go, all right? All right, there you go. You know, I got to say, before the drums come on, it has a very serious, not a novelty, a serious feel of something that would be Sergeant Pepper Beatlesque to it, with the French horns and stuff.
That's funny you said that because Michael Jackson bought their catalog of music.
Exactly.
So you have twisted the perfect Sunday with this podcast. Perfect.
Yeah, and then without the vocals, you can actually hear the wind and the wave effects that were added throughout the song at times.
Just good stuff.
All right, so we will explore a little bit more of Can You Feel It in the next podcast, because we'll get into the actual track a little bit, listen to some of the rarities of it, of the making, because I found some good stuff. And again, links are down below in the description. Anything else you want to say before class is dismissed?
Hello, Mabel!
That works, I guess. Class dismissed.